Stop right here. Do not let this moment pass. I am speaking to you directly. My child, can you give me 1 minute? Do not scroll away. Heaven aligned time itself to bring your weary eyes to these exact words. You did not find this video by accident, and I guided your hand to this sacred place because your soul desperately needs to hear my voice in this quiet hour. Look at me. Pause where you are. I know you are sitting in the darkness with a heavy heart. You are staring at your phone screen while your mind feels completely empty. Your chest feels tight because of the endless worries about tomorrow. You are trying to hold everything together. But inside your silent spirit, you feel like you are quietly breaking into pieces. I am stopping you right now for a holy purpose. Something you have been praying for in secret is finally approaching your life. If you rush past this moment, you will miss the breakthrough I have prepared for you. The noise of the world is incredibly loud, but my gentle voice is calling you to step into this hidden sanctuary where I promise you will not regret staying. Listen to me in the deepest place of your heart. There is a specific reason why heaven chose this exact second to interrupt your busy day. You have been carrying a heavy weight for so many years. You have asked me why the answers you begged for seem delayed. And today, I am going to reveal the profound secret behind my long silence because your spirit cannot endure another day of wandering. The enemy wants you to scroll away from this message. He wants to drown out my voice with the loud noise of fear and anxiety. He knows that you are standing at the threshold of a massive spiritual shift. He is terrified of what I am about to release over your life today, and he will use every little distraction around you to steal this opportunity before you can receive my blessing. I saw you when you cried quietly last night. I saw you when you pretended to be strong for everyone else. I saw you when your shoulders were heavy with burdens that were never meant for you to carry. I saw you when you sat on the edge of your bed wondering if I still heard your prayers. I was right there with you in that dark room. I know your soul is tired. Your physical body is completely exhausted. Your mind is racing with questions that have no answers in the world. You feel like you are fighting a long battle, alone. You wonder if anyone truly understands the pain hidden behind your beautiful smile. But I see your hidden tears, because not a single drop falls without my hand catching it. Do not let the lies of the adversary convince you that you are forgotten. I have recorded every single prayer you whispered in the dark. I have counted every heartbeat that felt like a desperate cry for help. You are not behind in your unique destiny, and you are standing exactly where I need you to be, because a divine transformation is starting right now. The world tells you to hustle harder. The world tells you that you are failing because certain doors are closed. But hear my truth today. Those closed doors were actually my holy protection. I was shielding your fragile heart from rooms you were not ready to enter. And I removed those toxic people because they were never meant to walk into your glorious future. Breathe deeply, my beloved child. Let your tight shoulders relax for just this second. Let the endless noise of your thoughts fade away. I am stepping into your atmosphere to quiet the storm in your mind. My voice brings absolute clarity, and my presence brings deep calm. You do not have to fight this heavy battle on your own strength anymore. There is a strange restlessness inside your chest lately. You could not find a name for that quiet stirring. It made you feel disconnected from everything around you. You thought you were losing your precious faith, but your spirit was actually sensing a massive shift in the unseen realm, because heaven is already moving mountains on your behalf. I am breaking open what I have kept sealed for your protection. The long season of waiting that exhausted your spirit is finally closing today. This is not a random video on your media feed. This is a divine appointment that I arranged before you were even born, and I need your undivided attention for the next few minutes because your life is about to change. If you look back at your past, you see a trail of broken dreams. You see moments where you gave your whole heart and received nothing but disappointment. You ask me why your kindness was met with cruelty. You wonder why you always have to be the one who gives. And it feels like you are constantly pouring love into broken vessels that can never hold it. I saw every act of love that went unnoticed by the world. I saw when you quietly filled the gaps for others while you were quietly starving inside. You became a safe refuge for everyone around you, but you had no place to lay your own heavy head. My child, your secret sacrifice is recorded in my holy house, and I am preparing your reward. The enemy targeted your life because your light is rising. The fierce attacks came because he is terrified of your true identity. You are not a random fragment of creation. You are a masterpiece that I have carefully formed in the secret place. And the trials you have survived were just the heavy hammers that shaped your eternal spiritual authority. I am going to hand you the key to the door you have been waiting outside of for so long. The waiting was not a cruel punishment. It was a holy preparation room. I was building a solid foundation beneath the surface that no earthly storm could ever shake. You are about to walk out of the wilderness with power and honor. You have been fighting battles in silence for far too long. You smile for them during the day, but you weep when the lights go out. You convince yourself that you have to hold everything together alone because nobody else cares. But I am standing right beside you in the dark, and I hear every single word you are almost too tired to whisper. Comfort will always invite you to stay where you are safe. It will tell you to shrink your faith to fit the small rooms of your past. But I am calling you to step out. I am warning you because comfort has softened your spiritual urgency. Do not let distractions speak louder than my divine prompting. Wake up, my chosen warrior, your time has come. Something just shifted in the unseen realm the exact second you clicked on this message. The dark chains that bound your ancestors are trembling at my command. You are the one I chose to break the cycles of lack and fear in your family. You did not arrive here late, and you are standing at the exact intersection where your destiny meets my grace. Give me your absolute attention as we move deeper into this holy moment. The words I speak next will redefine your entire future. They will clear the heavy fog from your tired mind. They will restore the joy that the thief stole from your soul. Stay with me until the very end of this message because I have so much more to tell you. I promise you that the weight you carry will not destroy you. It is only the weight of the glory that I am about to place on your shoulders. Breathe in my peace right now. Let the healing waters of my grace wash over your wounded spirit. I am here. I am talking to you directly, and I am never going to let you go. Look at my face through the eyes of your faith. The world has judged you by your past mistakes. The crowd has labeled you by the things you could not control. But my name for you has always been beloved. I do not see you the way they see you, and I see a beautiful vessel that is completely ready to overflow with my goodness. Do not hurry away from this presence. The world is full of busy paths that lead to nowhere but emptiness. But you have stumbled upon the well of living water. Stay right here. Let me whisper the secrets of your next steps into your soul before the noise returns. I am completely ready to talk to you directly. Come closer to my presence, my beloved child. Let me speak softly to the part of your soul that is most tired. I want to talk about the hidden things you bury deep inside your aching chest. You have been walking through a long valley of isolation, and you feel as though nobody truly sees the heavy mountain you climb every day. I see you when you wake up in the morning. Your body feels heavy before you even open your eyes. You put on a brave smile for the world because people depend on your strength. They look at you and think you have everything under control. But I see the quiet truth behind your artificial smile. Your spirit is completely exhausted. I saw you when you stood in the crowded room yesterday. You were surrounded by laughing people and bright lights, yet you felt like the most alone person in the entire world. You nodded your head and joined the conversation while your mind was drifting away into a deep sea of sadness. I was there with you in that painful disconnect. I noticed the tightness that clenches around your chest when anxiety hits. Your breathing becomes shallow and fast because the weight of the future is too hard to bear. You try to swallow the lump in your throat. You fight to keep the burning tears from spilling over your eyelids. You tell yourself to stay strong. You feel a constant pressure to perform well. You worry that if you stumble, everything around you will collapse. You carry the expectations of your family and your friends like a heavy iron cage, and every single night when you turn off the lights, the heavy silence returns to remind you of your deep loneliness. Like this video right now is an act of silent agreement between your heavy heart and my eternal presence. Let it be the anchor of your faith in this room. This small act is not for the world to see. It is a holy sign between your spirit and my grace. I am watching your trembling hand right now. I saw you when you drove home in your car alone. The music was playing softly, but your thoughts were incredibly loud. You gripped the steering wheel tightly as the heavy tears finally began to stream down your cheeks. You let the walls down because nobody was watching you in that moving metal box. I sat in the passenger seat beside you. You have been a pure-hearted giver for your entire life. You always notice when others are hurting or falling behind. You pour out your time and your energy to fix their broken pieces. You listen to their complaints and you carry their burdens without asking for anything in return. But when you are bleeding, nobody notices your pain. I saw you when you sat on the bathroom floor last week. You turned the water on high because you wanted the rushing sound to drown out your heavy crying. You folded your body into the smallest possible shape, and you pressed your face into a soft towel. You did not want anyone in the house to know you were breaking. You are tired of being the strong one for everybody else. You are tired of being the stable pillar that never shakes. Everyone comes to you for shelter when the storm rages in their lives. But you wonder who will be a shelter for you. You feel completely empty inside because you have given away every single drop of your love. I saw you when you looked at your old photographs with a heavy sigh. You remembered a time when your laughter was genuine and your heart was light. You wondered how you arrived at this cold place of survival and exhaustion. You felt like you lost the true version of yourself along the dusty path of duty. I remember who you are. People have taken your kindness for weakness for a very long time. They used your soft heart to cushion their own selfish falls. They walked through the beautiful garden of your soul and they left trails of mud behind them. You ask me why I allowed good intentions to be rewarded with such deep betrayal and abandonment. I watched every single moment when they turned their backs on you. I counted the cold words that pierced your heart like sharp arrows. You stayed quiet because you did not want to cause conflict or pain. You absorbed their anger, and you excused their neglect, while your own soul was weeping from the absolute injustice of it all. I saw you when you stared at the ceiling at 3 o'clock in the morning. The world was completely silent, and the shadows were long across your bedroom wall. You ran through every conversation and every mistake in your tired mind. You wondered if you were the problem, because you felt so deeply rejected by those you loved. The walls of your room felt like a prison during those dark hours. You wrapped your arms around your chest to stop the trembling inside. You felt an intense loneliness that went past your skin and settled deep into your brittle bones. You whispered my name into the empty air, but the silence felt like total abandonment. But hear my soft whisper in this present moment, my precious child. I was closer to you than the cold floor you sat upon. I was nearer to you than the heavy blanket that covered your shaking body. Not a single tear fell from your face without my hand catching it before it touched the ground. I recorded every silent sob. You are my silent survivor. You have mastered the art of hiding your deep wounds from the public eye. You walk through the marketplace with a straight back and a calm face. You do your job, and you care for your family with absolute devotion. But your soul is standing entirely still in a thick fog of uncertainty. You feel like your life is completely stuck while everyone else moves forward. You watch their milestones and their celebrations on your digital screens. You wonder why your own promises are constantly delayed or denied. You feel like you arrived late to your own destiny because your hands are still completely empty. Your eyes are heavy from the lack of peaceful sleep. Your neck and your shoulders carry a permanent ache from the pressure of survival. You wake up more tired than when you went to bed because your mind never stops fighting the invisible warfare. You are running on empty reservoirs of human strength. The world tells you to push through the pain with human willpower. The clever teachers tell you to clear your mind and think positive thoughts. But they do not understand the depth of a spiritual wilderness. They do not know what it feels like to have a calling that is buried under a heavy mountain of grief. I did not create your soul to be an endless machine of labor. I know exactly how much weight your fragile vessel can hold before it shatters. I am not asking you to perform for me or to prove your worth with more sacrifice. I am only asking you to stay here with me while I read the pages of your wounded heart. There are memories from your childhood that still make your heart flinch. There are words spoken by parental figures or old friends that defined you as a failure. You have carried those false labels like heavy iron chains for decades. They tell you that you are not enough, and that you will always be abandoned. Those words were lies forged in the dark pits of the adversary. They do not represent my eternal verdict over your beautiful life. You were not a mistake or a random accident of flesh. I saw your substance before the world was even formed, and I chose your unique path with absolute precision and love. You have felt completely invisible to the people who should have protected you. You were left out of the inner circles, and you were forgotten when the rewards were handed down. You learned to live in the shadows because it felt safer than being judged or rejected again. You became a ghost in your own environment. But my eyes have been fixed on you since the very beginning. I do not look at the outward appearance or the social status of a human being. I look straight into the secret place where your purity lives. I see your integrity when nobody is watching you do the right thing. Your hidden faithfulness has captured my heart. The deep valley you are walking through is a sacred territory. It feels like a graveyard because everything you used to rely on has died away. Your old friendships have withered and your old comforts have disappeared. But this is not your ending place, my beloved child. This is the holy ground of your reconstruction. Let the tears flow if they need to wash your tired eyes. Do not hold back the sorrow that has been locked inside your chest for so long. I am holding you safely in my eternal arms, while the old foundation cracks open. Stay right here in this quiet whisper, because the light is about to break through the darkness. You think you are walking entirely alone in this cold desert. But my child, none of it has been invisible to me. You thought you were isolated in your secret struggles, but I have been standing right beside you through every single step of the winding way. Even when the cruel world completely refused to hear your silent cry, I did. I stood beside you when you felt the heavy weight of yesterday still sitting on your tired heart. I was there when you stared blankly out of the rainy window with heavy eyes. I was there when you felt that sudden chill of emptiness inside your chest. And now, let me tell you with the ultimate tenderness your wounded soul needs, I never left you. Pause right here. Let this eternal truth settle deep into your beautiful soul. I was in that dark room with you when you thought you were completely abandoned. The silence did not mean my absence, because I was quietly holding your fragile life together while the invisible storm raged all around your bed. Let me tell you an ancient story about a young warrior named David. Long ago, I placed a holy anointing on his head to become a great king, but immediately after that glorious promise, he was hunted like a criminal through the vast wilderness. He had done nothing wrong. Yet the one he served faithfully wanted to destroy his life. He ran away into a deep, dark cave to save his life from the sharp swords. He sat on the cold dirt floor in total isolation. He wrote his most honest, desperate prayers on the stone walls, while his enemies circled outside. He poured out every single fear and every broken fragment of his hope directly into my hands. He felt completely forgotten by his friends and his family during those dark nights. He asked me why the path to the throne had to lead through a filthy prison of rock. He wept in the quiet darkness until his physical strength was entirely gone. But I did not leave him alone in that terrible place of despair. I was present in every single corner of that dark cave with my chosen servant. I was building a spiritual muscle beneath his skin that no earthly palace could ever train. The cave was not his graveyard. It was his holy fortress of preparation, and the songs he wrote in the darkness became his greatest weapons of victory. My child, the cave you are sitting in right now has my own fingerprints on every single wall. I did not allow this painful isolation to destroy your beautiful spirit. I am using this forced separation to shield you from the loud noise of the world. I am shaping you into a powerful leader who can carry great glory. Look at me, my beloved child. You need to hear this next part clearly, because it will free your mind from guilt. The person who walked away from your life was part of my holy plan. I removed them from your immediate environment, because they were not equipped to carry the heavy weight of the destiny I am preparing for you. If you choose to trust my hands to carry your heavy tomorrow, comment, "God is my safe refuge" below. Let the unseen realm hear your bold declaration of absolute surrender right now. This is a powerful step of obedience, and it seals your agreement with the divine alignment of heaven in this very hour. I watched you try to repair relationships that were meant to die. You poured your precious energy into keeping dead things alive because you hate structural failure. You thought you could save them with your endless patience and your deep sacrifice, but I saw that they were slowly draining the life out of your chosen spirit. I was there when they ignored your genuine kindness with cold silence. I was there when they twisted your pure words into weapons of emotional cruelty. I saw the hidden bruises on your soul that nobody else could ever detect, and I stepped into the room to say that it is enough for my precious child. I saw when your heart started to hammer against your ribs during those long nights of panic. You tried to ground yourself by counting your breaths in the cold silence. You felt like a total failure because you could not even control your own physical reactions. But my child, I was holding your shaking hand tightly. Your weakness is not a disappointment to my holy eyes. I designed you with a tender heart that feels things deeply because you are a living refuge. The heavy insulation of your current isolation was necessary to separate your spirit from worldly dependencies. I am draining away the old water to give you the new. I have held you tenderly in my protective arms through this dark valley of tears. But now, my child, I need you to sit up and hear what I am about to declare over your future. You have heard me whisper sweet peace over your private pain. Now hear me declare your total freedom with the authority of heaven. Hear my voice, my chosen warrior. The long season of hidden weeping is coming to an end right now. I am changing the entire foundation of your life. I am not doing this to destroy your current comfort. I am doing this to rebuild your territory with unshakable stones of spiritual power and divine favor. The enemy thought he could bury you forever in this silent cave. He believed that the isolation would make you abandon your true calling. He whispered lies to your mind that your dreams were dead and buried under the dust. But he forgot that I am the God who commands the light to shine out of darkness. I am releasing a heavy wave of my holy fire into your atmosphere today. It will burn away the invisible webs of stagnation that held you back. It will melt the iron chains of fear that locked your feet in the past. You are not a helpless victim of earthly circumstances, because you are my masterpiece. I declare that the authority of every negative voice over your life is broken forever. Every word of condemnation spoken against your character is melting away like snow in the sun. I am erasing the labels of failure that the world placed upon your beautiful name. You are rising from the ashes of disappointment. I am restoring the years that the locusts have eaten away from your hands. Every opportunity that you lost while you were trapped in the cave will be multiplied. I am bringing a sudden acceleration to your unique destiny, because the time of preparation is finished. Stand firm and watch my glory unfold. You are the chosen cycle breaker for your entire family line. The heavy financial ceilings that kept your parents in a state of lack are crashing down now. The invisible chains of addiction and depression that bound your ancestors have no legal authority over you. I am establishing a new legacy of freedom. The ground beneath your feet is beginning to shift with heavenly purpose. I am aligning new connections and open doors that no human hand can ever shut. You have been faithful in the small and painful things behind closed doors. And now I am preparing to honor your trust in the sight of everyone. Do not look back at the ruins of what I have torn down. Do not waste your tears on the dead seasons that can never serve your future destiny. I am doing a completely new thing in your life right now, and it is bursting forth like a fresh stream of living water in the dry desert. Feel the sudden shift in your spiritual temperature as these words land in your soul. The heavy armor of anxiety is beginning to slide off your tired shoulders. Your breathing is becoming deep and calm because my presence is filling the room. You are moving out of the survival mode into my kingdom. The darkness is losing its grip on your thoughts in this very moment. The fog of confusion is clearing away to reveal the brilliant path of your calling. You have survived the worst part of the hidden warfare, while nobody knew your pain. And now you are standing at the edge of your great breakthrough. Your future will not look like a repetition of your painful past. I have wiped away the slate of your ancient regrets with my pure grace. The doors that are opening next will require your full trust and your trembling obedience. Do not lean on your own human understanding, because I am leading the way. I have kept you hidden for this exact moment of divine revelation. You were not forgotten in the dark. You were just kept safe in my secret treasury. The world could not touch you because you were surrounded by my angels. Hold on to this peace as my powerful voice prepares to shatter the enemy. Hear my truth with absolute clarity in this holy moment, my beloved child. You have been looking at your past through the foggy lens of human pain and deep disappointment. You counted every single loss as a painful sign of my divine displeasure or total abandonment. But today I am lifting the heavy veil from your tired eyes, and I want you to see the magnificent architecture of my grace behind every broken piece of your yesterday, because nothing was wasted in my sight. Do not call that long delay a miserable failure or a waste of your precious youth. Do not look at the empty chairs in your living room and believe that you are truly defeated. What you perceived as a locked door was actually my fierce and aggressive protection against an invisible enemy who wanted to destroy your soul. I saw the hidden traps that were set for your innocent steps along that beautiful path you wanted to walk. I held you back when you begged me to move forward with rapid speed. I held you back because that glittering environment would have completely swallowed your unique spiritual identity. I held you back from that financial promotion because the hidden greed of those wicked partners would have corrupted your pure heart. I held you back from that toxic relationship because that deceptive person was secretly poisoned by dark jealousy and manipulation. I isolated your life in the deep wilderness because I needed to separate your spirit from worldly dependencies. I isolated your life from the inner circles of popularity so you would learn to seek my validation alone. I isolated your life from your old comforts because those temporary pleasures were slowly shrinking your massive faith into tiny fragments. I isolated your life to rebuild your broken foundation with unshakable stones of power that no earthly storm can ever move. Listen carefully to the deep rhythm of my voice as it echoes through your quiet room today. Every single teardrop you shed in the dark silence was a precious seed for your upcoming harvest. You thought you were breaking under the intense pressure of the long trial, but in truth you were only being reshaped into a glorious vessel of eternal authority. Not punishment, but preparation is the true name of your current season, because I am raising you up to rule. Do you notice the sudden warmth that is entering your cold and heavy atmosphere right now? The tight knot of ancient guilt is starting to untie itself from the back of your aching neck. You spent too many years blaming your own heart for things you could not control or prevent, but I have already washed away the slate of your regrets with my pure grace. Lift up your eyes, because your redemption is completely real, and your future is secure in my hands. The adversary has been targeting your life with immense exhaustion because he is terrified of your destiny book. He saw the brilliant light that I placed inside your substance before the world was even formed. He tried to lock you in the permanent prison of a helpless survivor so you would never claim your inheritance. But his legal authority over your mind is expiring in this very second. I stand up in my sovereign power to declare your total deliverance in this holy hour. I command every dark chain of generational stagnation to shatter into 1,000 tiny pieces right now. The heavy curse of poverty and lack that bound your ancestors has no power over your future territory. The cycle of emotional trauma, silent rejection, and chronic abandonment ends completely in this room. I speak to the massive walls of limitation that have blocked your progress for 20 long years. Fall down flat at the glorious sound of my sovereign voice. I unlock the closed storehouses of heaven to pour out an overwhelming portion of favor upon your head, and what the thief stole from your family will be restored with supernatural multiplication, because I am a just God. I strike down the invisible ceilings that kept your family line in a state of constant survival and fear. The cloud of heavy confusion is rolling away to reveal the wide horizon of your true calling. I am placing a fresh crown of honor upon your beautiful head in the sight of your enemies. You are stepping out of the shadows of defeat into the brilliant light of your victory. I am completely restoring the years that the enemy stole from your open hands during the waiting season. Every opportunity that vanished in the fog of your depression will be returned with overwhelming interest. You will not look back at your past with a sense of regret or sadness anymore, because the joy of this new chapter will erase the memory of your long wilderness pain completely. Those who mocked your silent faith will watch your sudden elevation with absolute wonder and amazement. They thought you were abandoned in the dark cave of your circumstances forever, but they did not know that I was secretly preparing a massive table of blessing for you. Your vindication does not come from human courts because I am your ultimate defender. I am opening doors that have been double-bolted against your family name for 3 generations. You will walk into rooms of influence that you never dreamed of entering with your own credentials. I am giving you a divine favor that bypasses human logic and worldly protocols. Receive this supernatural acceleration right now because your time of hiding is completely over. You are no longer the broken survivor who must hide your wounds to feel safe from judgment. You are a powerful cycle breaker and a living refuge for thousands of lost souls. The intense exhaustion you endured has given you a rare compassion that the comfortable do not possess, and you are moving forward with the supreme dignity of an heir to an unshakable kingdom. The heavy storm is past and the atmosphere is filled with my perfect and calm peace. The fierce battle has been won in the unseen realm by the strength of my own right hand. Now there is only one simple step left for your weary soul to take in this sanctuary. I have already done all the heavy lifting for your spirit. What remains is your absolute act of peaceful surrender because you cannot fight this with human power anymore. Breathe out the last remaining fragments of your heavy anxiety and fear right now. Let your tight shoulders relax fully under the gentle and comforting touch of my hand. Stop trying to figure out every complex detail of your tomorrow with your limited human brain. You do not have to engineer your own breakthrough because I am already walking ahead of your steps. Look at your physical hands in the quiet space of this holy moment. Open them wide right now and let go of the tight grip you had on your life problems. Drop your complicated financial worries into my massive and capable palm. Hand over the broken pieces of your damaged relationships to my healing care. Let go of the desperate need to control the final outcome, because I have a better way. Take a slow and deep breath of my Holy Spirit into the empty spaces of your lungs. Let the clean and refreshing waters of my grace wash through the deepest caverns of your wounded soul. I am replacing your painful weariness with my unshakable stability and strength. I am pouring a fresh oil of joy over the raw burns of your past betrayals. You are completely safe within the perimeter of my love, and nothing can harm your heart here. Receive this divine alignment as a protective shield around your renewed and liberated mind. I have anchored your spirit in the deep harbor of my eternal and perfect peace. The enemy cannot pluck your life out of my sovereign hand because you carry my holy mark. Walk forward with a light heart and a confident step because my glorious presence goes before you always. My child, you have entered into my perfect rest today. The heavy warfare that kept your soul awake for many nights is officially over. You can feel the sweet quietness filling the empty spaces of your tired mind. I am sealing this divine moment with my eternal love. Let the deep waves of my grace wash away the last remnants of your ancient sorrow because you are safe with me. Look forward with total confidence and a light heart. The dusty road of survival is behind your steps forever. I am preparing a beautiful path of abundance and honor for your new season. You will not have to beg for crumbs from the tables of the world because you are my HEIR. Heaven has already authorized your supernatural breakthrough, and no human can block it. You are no longer the lonely person who must carry the weight of the family alone. I have removed the heavy iron yoke from your fragile neck. I am putting a new garment of praise upon your beautiful spirit. You have survived the worst part of the hidden trial with absolute integrity, and now it is time for your hidden faithfulness to be rewarded in the light. I am touching your physical body with my healing hands. I see the deep exhaustion that settled into your weary bones. I am restoring the strength of your youth like the powerful eagles. Let the tight muscles in your neck and your back relax completely right now. My peaceful presence is flowing through your blood to remove every trace of sickness. Your mind will no longer be a chaotic battleground of fear, and anxiety. I am placing a protective shield of calm over your thoughts today. The loud voices of condemnation and regret have lost their authority over your life. You will sleep peacefully in the dark night because my angels are guarding your bed. Receive this deep tranquility into your spirit. I am opening the heavy storehouses of heaven to bless your daily work. The long years of financial lack and struggle are coming to an end now. You will have more than enough to fulfill your unique destiny. I am sending the right connections and the perfect opportunities to your path. Trust my divine timing because your provision is completely secure. Your household will be a sacred sanctuary of peace and joy. I am healing the broken relationships that caused you so much grief in the past. The spirit of division and anger is leaving your home right now. I am turning the hearts of your children back to the truth of my word. Your family line will be a living testimony of my goodness. You were chosen to be a powerful light bearer in this generation of darkness. The intense suffering you endured was not a random accident. It was the precise hammer that shaped your great spiritual authority. You can now speak comfort to the broken because you know the depth of the valley. Your wounds have become the beautiful channels of my healing power. Are you listening to my voice, my beloved child? Do not let the small distractions of the world steal this peace from your soul. This message is a holy instrument of your ultimate deliverance. It is time to anchor your deep agreement with my words through a visible act of obedience. Take this step right now, because heaven is waiting for your response. Like this video right now as an act of silent agreement between your heart and my eternal presence. Let it be the heavy anchor of your faith in this room. This small action is a holy signal to the unseen realm that you choose trust over fear. I am watching your trembling hand as you mark this moment of divine alignment. Comment your deepest thoughts and feelings below, even if you do not have the perfect words. Write Amen, or declare your trust in my sovereign hands to lock in this blessing. Your public confession has immense spiritual power to shatter the chains of the adversary. Let the world know that you are no longer a slave to your anxiety. Share this powerful message immediately with 3 precious souls who are secretly crying out for hope. You are my chosen hands and feet to spread light in this dark world. There are tired people in your circle who are waiting for this exact word of restoration. Do not hide this holy well of living water from those who are starving in the desert, because your generosity will unlock their chains. Subscribe to this altar of grace and turn on the notification bell. Do not miss the daily guidance that I am preparing for your next steps. The adversary wants you to wander away from this quiet sanctuary back into the loud noise. But staying connected to my voice will keep your spirit strong and your mind clear. I will continue to speak to your heart in the stillness of the morning. I will show you the exact direction for your career and your family. You do not have to guess your way through the thick fog of the world anymore, because my word is a bright lamp unto your feet and a clear guide for your destiny. Trust me with your whole mind. The ghost of your past mistakes will never haunt your future success. I have buried your ancient regrets in the deepest part of the blue sea. No weapon forged against your progress will ever prosper. You are walking under an open heaven of absolute favor and divine protection. Lift up your head and step into the territory I have won for you. I am with you when you walk through the marketplace today. I am with you when you cook meals for your family in the kitchen. I am with you when you face the difficult challenges of your workplace tomorrow. I am with you in every single breath that enters your body. You can never wander outside the perimeter of my massive love. Feel the weight of my glory settling upon your relaxed shoulders. It is a light burden that brings freedom instead of heavy slavery. The long season of your isolation was just a short moment of preparation for this day. You are stepping into the fullness of your true identity as a cycle breaker. The old things have passed away completely. The doors that closed in your face were my ultimate acts of mercy. They prevented you from entering rooms that would have broken your pure spirit. Now I am opening the doors that are perfectly aligned with your calling. No human hand can shut what I have opened for your life. Walk through the threshold with boldness and high honor. You are part of a beautiful tribe of chosen warriors who fight in silence. You are not the only one who wept on the bathroom floor. Look around you and see the global community of faith that is rising today. Together you are breaking the ancient generational curses of your families. Stand firm in this unity of my Holy Spirit. Let go of the heavy shame that the world tried to place on your name. They judged you by the outer appearance and the financial status, but I look straight into the hidden purity of your sincere heart. You are my beautiful masterpiece, and I am proud of your survival. Walk with the supreme dignity of a king or a queen. Receive my eternal blessing into the deepest core of your being. May the peace that surpasses all human understanding guard your heart and mind. May the infinite goodness of heaven follow your steps every single day of your life. May your hands overflow with provision so you can be a blessing to many. You are highly favored. I am breathing a fresh wind of creativity and wisdom into your thoughts. You will find supernatural solutions to the problems that blocked you for years. The stagnation is entirely broken, and the river of life is flowing. Do not look back at the ruins of your old desert life anymore, because your eyes will behold great miracles. I seal this sacred conversation with the blood of my eternal covenant. You have heard my voice directly today, and your spirit is made whole. Go forth into the world with a smile of true victory on your face. Remember that I am always closer than the breath in your lungs. I love you, my child, and I am with you always.